It's your girl, Shanti Doc, or Ashanti. Wanted to say hello to all of you all the Mishpacha, Israelites of the Father. Shabbat is coming up, and I wanted to do something special. Wanted to share some of the study material I put up at times, what I'm going through at lunchtime when I do study. So I know some of you had a question or questions about what do I study and how do I study. And I know you sometimes see me putting up the Hebrew, and I usually don't say anything about it or don't really elaborate on it or read it out to you and translate it to the English. So I thought I'd share this with you all. So I'm going to read to you the Parashah, or the reading for this week. It's called Shoftim. Shoftim means judges. It means appoint judges. It starts at Devarim, which means words, or Deuteronomy. It starts at chapter 16, verse 18. I'm going to read to you just a few verses from that starting point and up to chapter 17 for you, all right? So I'm going to be reading to you from the Chumash. I know a lot of times you guys see me putting up what I call, or what is called, the interlinear Chumash from Art Scroll, and the word Chumash derives from the Hebrew word Chomesh, which means 5. So Chumash is a compilation of the 5 books of Moshe, or the Law of Moses. In Hebrew, it's Bereshit, Shemot, Vayikra, Bamidbar, and Devarim, or Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. All right, so this is what it looks like. So that's the Schottenstein edition, interlinear Chumash from Art Scroll. All right, so we're going to start reading from here. I'm going to try to read slow, and as I read each sentence in Hebrew, I'll read the translation in English right up under it. Hopefully this video won't take too long, but here we go. You're going to see my finger move from right to left. Before I read, I do want to say just a little bit. This Parashah, Shoftim, is about the appointment of judges to provide righteous judgment for the tribes of Israel. Any matters that needed to be decided on, if such situations and circumstances arrived, and there need to be a choice made of whether to punish the individual or what exactly to do with the individual. You know, it goes into that. All right, so I'll read a little bit for you. All right. All right. Hopefully I can see this while I'm holding the phone up. Shoftim. Veshotrim titen lecha bechol she'arecha asher Yahweh Elohecha noten lecha lishbatecha veshaftu et ha'am mishpat zedek. And that is, judges and executive officers shall you appoint for you in all your city gates, which Yahweh your Elohim, or your mighty one, gives to you for your tribes, and they shall judge the people with judgment that is just. Lo tate mishpat, lo takir panim, velo tikach shochad, ki Hashochad ye'aver ene hachemim visalech divrei Zadikim. Let me read the English there. It says, do not pervert judgment. Do not show deference or partiality or respect of persons to individuals. And do not accept a bribe. For the bribe will blind the eyes of the wise and will corrupt words that are just. Zedek tirdof למען תחיה וירשת את הארץ אשר יהוה אלוהיך נותן לך. Alright, let me read the English. It says, justice shall you pursue, so that you will live and you will possess the land that Yahweh, your Elohim, or your mighty one, gives to you. Alright. Lo tita lecha ashera kol etzel mizbach Yahweh Elohecha asher ta'aseh lach. And that is, do not plant for yourself a tree for idol worship. Any tree next to the altar of Yahweh, your Elohim, that you shall make for yourself. If y'all think y'all know what that means, just ponder on it for a minute. Think about it. Stay la. Alright. Velo takim lecha matzeva asher shane Yahweh Elohecha. And do not erect for yourself a monument which he hates. Yahweh, your Elohim, hates. Verse 17. Alright. Lo tizbach la Yahweh Elohecha shor vase asher yihye bo mu kol davar ra ki toavat Yahweh Elohecha hu. And that is, this is pretty cool. Do not slaughter for Yahweh your Elohim an ox or a sheep, which there shall be in it a blemish, anything that is bad, because an abomination to Yahweh your Elohim it is. Alright. Oh, this was, instead of verse 17, that was chapter 17, verse 1. Sorry about that. Now we're going to verse 2. Ki yematze bekirbecha be'achad she'arecha asher Yahweh Elohecha noten lach ish o isha asher ya'aseh et hara be'ene Yahweh Elohecha la'avor berito vayelech vayavod Elohim acherim vayishtachu lahem velashamesh o layareach o lechol zeva hashemayim asher lo ziviti vehugad lecha veshamachata vedarashta hetev vehine emet nachon hadavar neesta hatoeva hazot beyisrael Vehozeta et ha'ish hahu o et ha'isha hahi arsher asu et hadavar hara hazeh el she'arecha et ha'ish o et ha'isha usekaltam ba'avanim vametu. All right, so I read a lot. So let's go back to where we started from. All right, verse 2, and then we're going to end at verse 6 in English. All right, it says, if there will be found in your midst in one of your gates which Yahweh your Elohim gives to you, a man or a woman who does what is evil in the eyes of Yahweh your Elohim to violate his covenant, berito, and he went and he served the other mighty ones, Elohim, the other mighty ones of others, and he prostrated himself, or he fell forward and worshipped them, and to the sun, or to the moon, or to any of the host of heaven which I have not commanded, and it will be told to you, and you will hear, then you shall investigate well, and indeed true, correct is the accusation done, was this abomination in Israel. Then you shall take out the man or that woman who did this evil practice to your city gates, the man or the woman, and you shall stone them with stones so that they die. All right, it's pretty heavy. All right, so we'll continue verse 6. All right, and I love this verse right here. This next verse, verse 6, it lines up with verse 6. It lines up with what Yeshua the Messiah was saying in Matthew chapter 18, and what Shaul or Paul was saying in 2 Corinthians chapter 13. So this lets you know everything starts from the foundation. Yeshua didn't say anything new. Shaul didn't say anything new. They testified to what was already laid in the foundation at Mount Sinai, which came from the 10 utterances or the 10 commandments. All right, check this out. Al-Pi Shenayim Edim O Shelosha Edim Yumat Hamet Lo Yumat Al-Pi Ed Echad, and that is by the testimony or the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses shall the condemned person be put to death. He shall not be put to death by the testimony of 1 witness. All right, verse 7. Yad Ha'edim Tihye Bo Barishona Lahamito Veyad Kol Ha'am Ba'acharona Uviyarta Hara. Ha'am, that's Ba'acharona Uviyarta Hara Mikir Becha. And that is, says, the hand of the witnesses shall be against him first to put him to death, and the hand of the entire people afterward. And you shall eradicate or get rid of the evil from your midst. All right, verse 8. Ki yipale mimecha davar la mishpat ben dam ledam ben din ledin uvein nega l'anega, divrei, rivot, bish arecha, vekamta, ve'alita el hamakom asher yivchar Yahweh Elohecha bo. Alright? And that is, if beyond understanding by you is a matter for judgment between impure blood and pure blood, between innocent verdict and guilty verdict, between contaminated leprous affliction and uncontaminated affliction, matters of disputes. In your city gates you shall rise up, and you shall ascend to the place that select will Yahweh your Elohim it. Okay. Let me just stop right there just for a hot second. Let me just pause and say Hebrew is read from Yamin to small, right to left. And it's a VSO language, which means it's a verb, subject, object language. That means the verb comes first because the action is what's most important. And so the verbiage seems a little out of place according to the English, but it's the same. In English, the subject comes first. In Hebrew, the action comes first because the action is what's most important. All right. We're going to continue here. It says, Uvata el hakohanim halviyim ve'el hashofet asher yikye bayamim hahem ve'darashta ve'higidu lecha et davar hamishpat. And that is, you shall come to the Kohanim, or the priest, the Levites, and to the judge, Hashofet, who will be in those days. You shall inquire, and they will tell you the outcome of the judgment, Hamishpat. Okay. Ve'asita al pi hadavar asher yagidu lecha min hamakom hahu asher yivchar Yahweh ve'shamarta la'asot kechol asher yorucha. Okay, and that is, you shall do according to the decision that they will tell you from that place that Yahweh will select, and you shall be careful to do according to everything that they will teach you. Al pi ha-Torah, and ha-Torah means teaching, according to the teaching, ha-Torah, or instructions. So if ever you see in the book of Moshe the word law, it's actually ha-Torah, with the teaching or instruction. So I'll start that over. Al pi ha-Torah asher yorucha ve'al hamishpat asher yomru lecha ta'aseh lo tasur min hadavar asher yagidu lecha yamin usemol. And that is according to the teaching that they will teach you, and according to the judgment, hamishpat, that they will say to you, shall you do. Do not deviate from the decision, right? The decision that they will tell you, right or left. So don't deviate from whatever the Kohanim tell you or the priest tell you. You got to do it, right? All right. Verse 12. Veha'ish asher ya'aseh Bezadon, Levilti, Shemoa El Hakohen, Haomed, Lesharet, Sham et Yahweh Elohecha, O El, Hashofet, Umet, Haish, Hahu, Uviarta, Hara, Miyisrael. Miyisrael. And that is, let's see what I say. And the man who will act with defiance, refusing to listen to the Kohen or the priest who stands to serve there, Yahweh, your Elohim, or 2, Hashofet, or the judge, die shall that man, and you shall eradicate or get rid of the evil from Israel. Vekol ha'am yishmeu veyirau velo yezidun od ki tavo el haaretz asher Yahweh Elohecha noten lach virishta veyashavta ba veyamarta asima ala melech kekol hagoyim asher sevivota. Okay, so let me start from where I did 13 to 15. Okay, it says the entire nation shall listen and shall fear, and they shall not act defiantly anymore. When you come to the land that Yahweh your Elohim gives to you, and you possess it, and you live in it, and you will say, I will set over me a king, Melech, like all the nations, Hagoyim, that are around me. Verse 15, it says, Som tasim alecha melech asher yivhar Yahweh Elohecha bo mikerev acheka tasim alecha melech lo tuchal laten alecha ish nachri asher lo achicha hu. Alright, check this out. It says, you shall certainly set over you a king, whom select shall Yahweh your Elohim, him from among your brethren shall you set over you a king. Okay, a king. You are not permitted to place over you a man who is foreign, who not your brother is he. Right? We got a little bit more to go, and I'll be done after that. I know this is like almost 25 minutes, but check it out. All right. Rak lo yarbe lo susim velo yashiv et ha'am mitzrayma lama'an harbot sus vayahweh amar lachem lo tosifun lashuv badarech hazeh od. That is just, he shall not amass for himself horses, so that he not return the people to Mitzrayim or Egypt, in order to have a multitude of horses. For Yahweh said to you, you shall not again return on this road. anymore. And verse 17 is the kicker. Velo yarbe lo nashim velo yasur levavo vechesed vesachav lo yarbe lo meod. That is, and he shall not amass for himself wives, or he shall not greatly multiply for himself wives, so that not turn astray shall his heart, and silver and gold he shall not amass. He shall not amass for himself greatly. Alright. So, yeah, pretty much it's saying he shall not multiply wives, lest his heart turn away from serving the Father. Alright. Verse 18. Vehaya cheshivto al kisei malchato. Mamlachto. Vechatav lo et mishne haTorah hazot al sefer milifne hakohanim halviim. And that is, it shall be that when he sits upon the throne of his kingdom, he shall write for himself 2 copies of this Torah in a book from the one before the Kohanim, the Levites. Okay? And this is Vehayeta imo vekara bo kol yame hayav lama'an yilmad leyira et Yahweh Elohecha lishmor et kol divrei haTorah hazot ve'et hachukim ha'ele la'asutam levilti rum levavo me'echav ulevilti sur min hamitzvah yamin ushmol lema'an ya'arich yamim al mamlachto hu uvanav bekerev Yisrael. And I'll read, that's where I'm going to end. Alright, and I'll read that to you. It says, Vahayetta, it shall be with him, and he shall read from it all the days of his life, so that he will learn to fear Yahweh, his Elohim, to observe all the words of this Torah and these decrees, to do them, so as to preclude the haughtiness or the pride of his heart over his brethren, and to preclude turning away from the commandment, right or left, right? So that he will prolong years, Yamin, over his kingdom, he and his sons, Uvanav, Bekerev, in the midst Yisrael, of Israel. So I'm going to stop there. Alright. So I know this was kind of long. I didn't mean to make it kind of long. However, if you want to hit me up, Ashanti. You want to know some information about learning Hebrew, when I got started, how I got started. This is just encouragement to let you know. I started learning almost 2 years ago, and blessed be to the Creator that I started learning it, gave me just a little more deeper, clearer understanding. And I believe that if you ask the Father sincerely to teach you something, He'll teach you if you really want to get it. So, once again, have a good and blessed Shabbat. Shalom Shalom.